Everyone doing this morning? Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am unloading the kiln. Let me go live on Instagram as well. Oops. Don't need to see the mess there. Okay. So I'm just waiting for a few minutes. I just went live on Instagram as well. So people out there can watch what's going on too. In the meantime, let me gather some things that I need. My sanding stone, the sound of which many people like, I guess. I don't know. And yeah. So, what for people who are joining in, I'm going to be doing the unloading of the kiln live right now. This time around, I tried something different. Uh, what happened usually previously as well. I notice that I'm unloading things and I'm declaring everything that is already a made to order item. So, you know, you cannot purchase it. Plus, it's not updated on the website yet. So, since I have very little loss in what comes out from the kiln at this stage, and I do know what is made to order that's going in the kiln and what are the extra pieces going in as well. What I did this time is I have uploaded my website already with items that are ready to ship, which are the extra pieces that are going to be coming out from the kiln. I made a note of them and they are already updated on the website. So as I unload, and you're not wondering whether I've already listed it or do you need to place an order for a made to order item for something that's coming out from the kiln right now. You don't have to think about it. Just go to the ready to ship orders and you can, if it says there's something ready to ship out there, it means that I already have it in stock or it is coming out of the kiln right now and it is ready to ship. If there is anything very specific that you're like I pulled out from the kiln, and it's like, oh, that two-tone mug which you have, it's saying lace mug on the website, but you actually pulled out a two-tone. You can send me a note and say that's the one you want, and that's the one I'll pull out. So, and that's the one I'll ship out to you. So, there are still one of a kind items which I cannot just, I need to take pictures of and post it. So, there are some things which you're going to manage. Hello, everyone joining in on Instagram and on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and wherever. And you can see all the links if you want to see a camera view of inside the kiln. You can see it on YouTube and my Facebook page and on Twitch, and all the links are in my Instagram profile. On Instagram, you can just see me, and I will pull out the pieces and show them to you one by one. But if you just want to see another camera view of stuff going in, of everything in the kiln, you can see it right now. Okay, and let me get my list out here. Let me go get my list real quick. I think I left it upstairs. I'm back. I have taken my list upstairs to update the website with what I predict is coming out from the kiln. So sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. Um, First things I'm removing are not available, but whatever. The small teacups with the knit pattern. I have two of them in the honey glaze, and both of them are spoken for. I do have these two of these small knit mugs in lace patterns that are available on the website, and they are with like washes and stuff on them with a gradient color. So I'm going to just move these away. I have honey mugs. These are also already listed on the website. Like I said, if it's says ready to ship on my website, it means it's ready to ship. Whether it's coming out from the kiln right now, because I have updated the website with extra stock that's there in the kiln. Okay. I've got a woven mug with gray and a purple wash on it. There you go. So these are the new mugs I introduced early this year. I was sold out of the gray one, so I managed to put another one in the kiln. For the next round, I'll have to make more. I don't have any more of these. So I have at least one in each color right now. The gray, I have just one. Honey, I have two. I have three purples, two or three blues. Yeah, so I have some of every color, but gray, I have just one left. So it's there on the website. Embroidery mug. Um, Also with the embroidery, honey glaze with red and black accent on the flowers and the paisleys over there. Again, it's listed on the website. And one thing about the embroidery mugs I would like to mention is that these mugs land up being very different or somewhat different. It depends, the patterns can be similar, the color accents can be different, but it takes too much time for me to photograph each and every mug that's coming out from the kiln. So what I do is I've taken a picture of all these different honey mugs and blue mugs and green mugs and gray and purple mugs that I've done over a time, and they are there just as examples. So when you order a honey mug, it could be any of the honey mugs. Hi Wendy, good timing. Hope you're feeling better today. So yeah, so you can go on the website and it gives you an idea of what the mug is going to look like, but you will not know which exact mug you're going to get. However, if you are online right now and you like the one which I'm pulling out right now, go ahead and let me know, and that's the one you'll get. So when you place your order, you can message me, send me an email saying I want the one with the red and black flowers you pulled out from the kiln right now. So that's the one you'll get. You're hearing me on Facebook and Instagram in tandem. Start YouTube and Twitch and everything and put me on every device around your house. I will be all over the place. That should drive you nuts. Okay, so don't go there. Those I know are getting shipped out. This is the jumbo. Hi Seaman Clan. Hello Tales of Yarn. Yeah, I'm streaming currently on so many different devices. You can put me on many different platforms and go nuts. If you like me that much, right? So this is a blue and purple jumbo mug self-striping pattern. You can see this one is a made to order, but I think I have one or two already listed on the website which are ready to ship in different colors. So this is an order. So I'm going to place orders out here this time so I don't mess things up. Jumbo mug. Yeah. So I also have jumbo mugs in the plain knit pattern with one color. This is a big blue mug. The blue and green is usually everyone's favorite. And the purple too. I have so I glazed two greens. So an example of what's going on. I have two blues and two green jumbo mugs listed here in the kiln right now. One green and one blue is for an order, and the other green and the other blue is for the website, and the website has already been updated. If you see it ready to ship, you can get it. Yes, I do make teacups. I consider these as my teacups, and I also have a small 8 ounce small cups which are actually great for wine or water, kind of like these. And these are listed on the website as well. They feel really good in the hand. They're just the right size. They're close to like 8 ounces. So that's what these mugs are. So these are already on the website and ready to ship. And they are listed there. So these are the big jumbo mugs. Hey Laura. And so let me go ahead and move my sanding slab. So that's another. I'm glad you could join in this morning. So we are doing the kiln opening, and I am trying something different where I've already listed everything on the website, so it's ready to go. So if you see on Facebook or on YouTube, you can see a view of inside the kiln, which is fun. Just like how I'm seeing every shelf come out. Oh, wonderful. Yes, I just packed up some orders this morning and those are shipping out. Laura, your mug will get packed up today if the postman is late. If not, it'll ship out on Monday. So your mug is also, where did I keep it? I kept it aside for you. So I don't jump. So that's what Laura is getting. She's getting the gray with the purple wash. Now the three mugs that that's another big green jumbo, but the three mugs which I'm really excited about pulling out from the kiln are the big jumbo mugs. Look at that texture and pattern with the lace. That's the jumbo mug in blue, and it is listed on the website ready to ship, even though it's just coming out from the kiln, and it has come out really beautiful. So I have the big jumbo lace mugs in blue, green, and purple. I'm going to pull them out from the kiln next. So that's ready to ship, so it goes there. And I also have a honey one which should already be listed. Yeah. That's the purple one. That's Laura's purple. I think Laura has all my purple glazed mugs. You like the gray with purple underglaze? Yes. The gray with purple underglaze has a really nice subtle look to it. I like the plain gray as well. And then there is the whole purple overall. Yeah, you have that. Do you have the jumbo one? I know for one of the SSK, I think I've always sent you 16-ounce mugs, but I think you must have purchased one for yourself in the jumbo size. And this is the green one with a blue wash on it. The detail on that, and this one is not like a true blue, it's almost like a blue green on the texture. Yeah, in the smaller size, right? Yeah. So Yeah, look at it on. I have like a real bright light above my kiln, so sometimes the way the camera angle works, uh, oh, you already have a plain gray mug. I know, Wendy, you're a gray and maybe a little purple person, so maybe that's what works for you. Oh, you got it at Madrona, yeah, when you're Cayman. Yep. So that one is ready to ship as well and listed on my website. So now I'm going to unload the next layer, and I have a platter I'm very excited about, not in this layer but in the layer below. Um, on this layer I'm excited about some other things, which is again coming to the lace patterns but in a yarn bowl. So that's the yarn bowl with the lace pattern. Now I'll show the people on Instagram. So it has two cutouts, holds 100-gram skein. Yes, drinking. I really don't advocate the 20-ounce mug for coffee. It's just way too much. I prefer 16. So the morning Lenormand likes the big jumbo. Yeah, I use a big jumbo mug for water. That's what I use my big jumbo 20-ounce mug for. I don't drink coffee or tea in it even. Even that much tea is too much for me. So I like the 16-ounce myself. Um, but I started making the big 20-ounce only because knitters and spinners kept telling me that they wanted a big mug for which they don't need to, get up again and again and get more coffee. So argue over who's draining the coffee pot, yeah. See, and I'm so bad, like I'm the only one in the house who drinks coffee, so I have one of those 4 cup, it's a 4 or 5 cup small Black and Decker drip coffee thing. It's like the smallest size you can get. And that too, I like barely make 2 cups in the morning of that, and that's it, like 16 ounces basically. So, big yarn bowl, again ready to ship. And I have one in green as well with that same lace pattern, same size, and that's the green one, and has the buttons and everything. And these are the new yarn bowls that I introduced this year, which are the smaller size round yarn bowls, which are perfect for holding your yarn cakes. And this is how. So if you want to do a center pull, if you're a center pull kind of person who likes to knit, you can place your yarn cake in there and do a center pull from inside, and your yarn ball doesn't all go squish and crazy and just fall apart. And every time you want to move your project, you can hold this. It's a small enough bowl that you can, move around. Oh, Wendy, I have to tell you, I received my hexes yesterday, and I started my EPP project as well. So EPP, we are people who don't know, I was referring to English paper piecing, and that's my a little bit of a new obsession. It's not an obsession yet. I just got 100 pieces, and I realized that wasn't enough for anything, so I ordered 1200 hexes more. So bad, very bad. So I have at least two in each of these colors. So yeah, I got another. I found we were doing some cleanup, and I found a box which was just perfect for holding the hexi. So that's where everything is going. And because I'm doing 1 inch hexes, and I think I need more fabric because all the fabric that I had was in rainbow colors, and I think I need like a plain gray or a plain, white or cream or something to make the pattern of my hexie stand out. So that's one thing I need to purchase, and it's so hard to buy fabric online. It's like whatever I'm looking at is just like, I don't know, can I see a pattern on it? I don't see the color. Is it white? Is it cream? I cannot tell. Alright, this is again the big yarn bowls. Akona, what is Akona? Is your butter dish designed for European or US size? It's designed for the US size butter stick. The 4-ounce butter stick. That's what my butter dishes are designed for. Though they have a lot of room, so you can take the European butter stick and cut it in 4 and make it fit, or even cut it in 2 actually, because they have a lot of room in them. Okona is a brand of solid fabrics. You know, I am so new at quilting or fabric or sewing stuff that it's like when I go on Joanne's website now, I'm going like, oh, this is just way too much fabric, too many choices. I don't know what to do. So I'm like, just if somebody tells me this is what you need to get, I just go ahead and get that. Robert Kaufman batiks too. Okay, yeah, because since my the rainbow colors that I have are all batik colors, I am I'm gonna look for some batik neutrals if I can find anything. I couldn't find anything at Joanne, so I have to kind of look where I can get batik kind of neutrals, grays or creams or something. So anyway, this goes here. But I already, so when I started with the hexes, why I realized that 100 weren't enough is because I spent like 2 hours yesterday and I used around half of them already. Oh, Pacific Fabrics, they have good boutiques. All right, I'm gonna check those. Uh, Quilt store, not really quilt store, means I have Joann's close by. Uh, and right now I don't even want to step in there. I would rather just find something online, and if I can do a store pickup. People out here have gone nuts since they laid low on the, shutdown thing. Yesterday it was 80 degrees, and I got stuck in traffic because there were so many people out there. I couldn't find a parking spot close to the UPS store where I needed to drop one package. I do want better than Joann's, I do. But it's like I told you, I've never shopped for fabric as such, so I don't even know where I will get good fabric. So, yeah, people are going a little nuts, and that's the reason why I don't want to go out yet. I would rather buy online if I can get it shipped to me. Great. If not, um, yeah, Hancock Fabrics. I remember Hancock used to be in Tacoma. I think they closed that store. I've been there uh, a long time back. I'd taken my mother-in-law there when she wanted fabric. But like I said, when I even taken people to these fabric shops, I'm just like, I think I've asked you, Wendy, where should I take you? So we go there and shop for stuff. But I didn't know what she was buying, what she wanted it for. I just didn't want to get into a rabbit hole at that time. Not that I want to get into a rabbit hole now, but okay, purple yarn bowl for your yarn cakes. There's that. Okay. Now let's get to the next layer, which has one of my most exciting pieces. Hancock of Paducah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to start with Pacific Fabrics. That's a good place to look. For batiks in neutrals, I'll definitely look at them. Oh, I was afraid when that happens. But next shelf is out, and people on Facebook have probably noticed the big piece in there. It's one of my big platters, and it is with the green lace. People on Instagram want to watch. There it is. It's the green with the blue lace. This one is not yet listed on the website because I need to take a picture. These are one of a kind pieces. So these I need to take pictures of and list it. So that's actually, look at the detail. I don't know if you can see the detail or the light is just too strong. I'm sorry about that. How do I block that light? Light, block yourself. But anyway, Wendy, you're like so confusing. You are messaging me on Facebook on one screen and you're messaging on Instagram on the other screen. Yeah, you have a mini on that. Yeah, I make smaller ones too. I don't think I have any lace ones available. I have the, kind of like with the plain knit stitch patterns. I have these in stock, but these I make rarely. I don't make them very often. So this one needs to be photographed and listed on the website. But if you are interested in it, y'all can just message me. They are priced at around 100. This will be 165, I believe. And yeah, I think didn't Leslie purchase? She bought the medium size one, the one slightly smaller to that, at Madrona when y'all visited. And these are olive trays, great for serving olive, cheese, crackers, or holding all your endless stitch markers. Yeah, I think she got a blue one if I remember. So, so these two, they are not. I'm not sure whether they are custom order. There was somebody who requested them. She didn't confirm she wanted them, but she's like, "Can you glaze them for me?" And I did. And I need to contact her if these are the colors she likes, and then she'll decide. And then they will be available for purchase. Alright, so I've got these. Um, and then I have more of my um, circular needle holders for the wall. These have holes on the side, and you can hang your circular needles on the wall. And of course, I completely understand if you say that it's not enough to hold all the needles you have. They are not enough for me as well. It has a nail on the, you put a nail on the wall and it has a hole there, and they hang right up, and they're not very heavy, they're very lightweight. And the maximum size the holes will, have a needle is a size 8. And if you're, I what I like to use them is like mostly for my circular needles, which I use for socks, which are like size 1s and 1.5s and size 0s. I can just place them, and I can put multiple of them inside each one. So yeah, and they look really pretty hanging on the wall too, so why not, right? Yes, it's great for hanging next to your wall, and you can kind of like define your project space. And I have these in all colors. I have them in green, the purple, gray, blue, honey. So if you have way too many needles, you can just hang them like skeins on the wall. So they look like skeins, and you can have all your soft needles on it. Yeah, it's I like it kind of for that purpose. Like I put all my soft needles on these. I don't put the bigger needles. I have another needle holder which I purchased from someone, a fabric one that I use for all my other needles. But for soft needles, since they are lightweight and they don't, uh, you know, I can fill multiples in one thing. I can have one of these, and I have like, I think probably around 13 or 14 circular needles all stuck on one of these, because you can put like three of them easily through one of these holes. And I think, Laura, you knit on like size triple zeros or something, right? So this is a green one. There we go. And then last one. And then we have one more layer of mugs coming out. So let me get to that. All right. And I have mugs, mugs, mugs. Again, these are listed already on the website, ready to ship. Gray and purple, one of these was a made to order mug. I think toothpicks are thicker. I, I, I think double zeros are probably thinner than toothpicks as well. What she needs to be knitting on are sewing needles, if that's what the case is. Anyway, gray purple, one of these is for an order, but I have an extra one that is listed on the website, which is ready to ship. And hopefully that has come out fine as well. So this is the one I'm going to ship out. Okay, and this is the other one, the gray and purple. Yeah, knit on sewing needles. Have you seen those miniature Fair Isle sweaters being knit on? I'm sure everyone has. If you're a knitter, somebody has forwarded that to you. That, hey, look at this, where there are these amazing Fair Isle sweaters knit with tiny silk thread or something with uh, very fine sewing needles. Like, I'm trying to hold a sewing needle for sewing up the hexes together, and I'm going nuts. I'm going like, don't these needles come in a bigger size? Like, I'm actually not a very, I like detail work, but I don't like fiddly work. So there is a difference. So these are the embroidery mugs. Again, uh, I have some of them listed on the website, and these also have listed. But again, when you say blue, you will get one of the blue embroidery mugs. Which one? You can specify if you have seen it online or on my live feed, or you'll get a random one because each one is different. So this would be the blue one with the black accents, and I really like that. And I'll show you another blue one, which is here. So check that one out. That has a very intricate overall pattern, very textural, feels like embroidery with all the bumps on it, and that's all slip decoration work that's done. Yes, Wendy. Yeah, I have Nancy helping me too. Nancy showed me some really cool tricks on cutting up the hexes, the fabric for the hexes, and it went by so quickly. It was amazing. And then she also glues the hexes in the center of the fabric and then wraps it around and glues it around so that way the hexie doesn't move around and shift, which I really liked. So, yeah, I've been bugging her and she's been enabling me. I know you haven't been very well, so I didn't want to bother you with, my million and one questions. You know how I am. I don't do things very simply. Yeah. Yeah, we should all FaceTime together and, get obsessed with this idea together. Yeah, it's because what I was realizing is that when I wrap around the fabric around the hexes, I tend to pull too much and make it really tight. Then it's hard to sew up. And the reason I was pulling too much is because my hexie keeps sliding, and it's not in the center of the fabric. So she told me just put a tiny little glue dot in the center of the hexie and place that there because the hexes pop out later eventually, but that helps to keep the hexie in the center and I can fold the edges neatly without moving the hexie or without pulling too tight to make sure the hexie is in the center. So that's what really helped me. And I use the cutting technique, Wendy, that you mentioned of just, layering all your fabric together and using your circular cutter to cut your pattern. I did make a template for the hexie, which uh, which helped in using my circular cutter. So those embroidery marks are there, and then I have another green embroidery mark. This reminds me of Christmas. It's green with red dots. Yeah, I use a glue stick as well. Yeah. So it's Christmas in May. Whenever you feel you want to celebrate Christmas, you can now. Since I don't know what month it is or what day it is, so there you go. That's the green one with the red accents. If you like that, you can call it the Christmas embroidery mark. Message me that that's the one you want. Already listed on the website, so you can go ahead and buy. Lace marks. Lace marks. I know one of these. Yeah, this is for one of these is made to order, and one of this is on the website to purchase. So that's the purple lace. I think Laura has that one too. That's a purple lace mug. And I wanted to mention that I have started a Patreon page, which I had started it earlier as well, but now I have added levels. And hello, Jennifer. You asked me about whether I was going to do a skein and a mug combo like we did last year, limited edition stuff, which I'd done with Nancy from Schmutzerella Yarn. We do have something in the works. Uh, we don't know how it's going to take place or when it's going to happen. We are trying to figure out something. Um, that's all I'll say because, it's still in planning, but something like that might be coming out. Maybe soon, maybe later. I don't know yet. So, that's a list mark. Yeah, that I really like working with Nancy on that, and she was really good on because I created the glaze, and it's hard for me to make a glaze based on a yarn. And even though I'm a beginning yarn dyer and I'm playing around with it, I still find it easy to manipulate and get results faster if I'm dyeing fiber to match a glaze on my mug rather than doing it the other way around because you can't tweak things in glazes that easily compared to a yarn dyer being able to tweak a dye to get a color match. So And she's really good at that I can show her like, this is the glaze, can you dye yarn for me? And she did a good job last time, and I'm hoping that this time around too we have something else in mind, not what we did last time. So we'll see. I'm not going to say anything much. I'm going to stop talking about it because sometimes these things don't happen. And of course, it's going to be a while till it happens. It's not happening anytime soon anyway. So the purple mug, this one is going towards inventory. And there is a blue lace mug here, which is going towards the orders. So that's the blue lace. So that's again for an order. And on my website also you will notice that there are blue mugs. There are mugs which are ready to ship, and if it's not ready to ship, there's a link where you can place a made to order mug. So since I think in the lace mugs I only have one purple mug that came out from the kiln, that's the only one that's ready to ship. You can place a made to order one, and that'll go in the next firing. So I was talking about the Patreon, and Jennifer, like you mentioned, you were asking about, when the new thing is coming in. I've added tiers to my Patreon, and on the topmost tier is something that you would get a list of new work, new collaborations, if we are doing the yarn collaboration. There would be updates on what's going to come out from the kiln, and you can have first dibs on it before the live feed. So you can go ahead and say that's what I want, or place an order for that before, and you will know when the live unloading is going to happen before anyone else. So you can have first dibs on basically everything. I also have updated the website with my knitted mugs, so they're already updated. I have at least one in each color now, one or two in each color, so go ahead and check that out. The two honeys are gone. Yeah, I have two purple ones which excuse me. So that's inventory. How much is inventory? Two purple ones are inventory. So, yeah, no purple mugs. Grey mug, also for inventory. So this is also already updated on our website. Wendy probably has this one. She needs everything that's grey. I'm glad she's branching out into a little purple along with that. Blue mug. Blue mugs. Two of these are for orders and one of them is extra. So I have three of them in the kiln, two of them are for orders, so I'm going to keep them here so they don't get mixed up. So these two are for orders, and there'll be one that goes in inventory, and it's listed on the website already. Under normal circumstances, if I was doing shows, all the extras would be going towards show inventory, and if after a show there was anything left, that's what would go on the website. So now I'm trying to change things a little bit, where if it is not a made to order piece, I directly put it on the website, since we aren't doing shows for a while. Going to see how that works out. It's going to be different, but trying to make it work. Green mug is, I think, oh, this is not extra. This is also, I think, for an order, so But I think I have one listed on the website. If it's on the website, it says ready to ship, then there is one ready to ship. I know I have another green one there, so maybe I do have it ready to ship. I've gone through the whole listing and everything and listed everything, so it's all up to date, even though I might look all frazzled right now. But that was the last mug out of the kiln. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all could decide what you liked. Like I said, if anything in the ready to ship is sold out, a color of your choice or anything, there are made to order listings as well. They are the same price, only turnaround time is slightly longer. It's around 4 weeks turnaround time. And yeah, so go ahead, have a look. Let me know what you like. Hope you all had fun. And I will see you all next time. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Well, I'm glad you could join us, Laura, today, and I look forward to chatting again. I was thinking the next time we do live, I want to be spinning, and we should sit in my fiber studio. Yeah, I can't do my fiber stuff in my clay studio, so we'll spin together and chat. How about that? All right. Well, take care. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Have a good weekend. Bye.